Hello, this is Riding with Ree. Welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you are new here. We are someone new today because, as I alluded to in my last video at the end, or as you might have seen from the title of this video, today I'm going to be introducing you to my new share horse. So this is Duke. He is an 18-1, 8-year-old warm blood. I said he was 16.3 before. I don't know where I got that from. He's definitely not. I mean, I'm almost 5'7", and this is me at his shoulder. Somebody commented on my Instagram and said that I probably would need a longer selfie stick, which I thought was very funny. So this is Duke. We're going to go for a little hack today. It's my second hack on him. I did actually try and film one the other day, but my GoPro froze, and to be frank, I didn't know where I was going, so it wasn't a very interesting hack anyway. But there we are, let's get him ready. So here he is. As I get him ready, I thought I would tell you a little bit about him, how we got here, and everything else. So as I said, this is Duke. I actually found him on a local Facebook group. So I posted an ad in a couple of local Facebook groups, and quite a few people got back to me, and then I went and sort of saw a few and just really liked Duke, really liked his owners. He is very big, and that's going to take a little bit of getting used to. But we have a month's trial going on now for the month of October, and then we're going to carry on until January, or the end of the year, I guess, and see where we are, see how I feel, see how the owners feel. By the end of January, I should also know where Woody is at in his rehab, and that will help make a decision about where we go from here. You know, it might be that I want to keep Duke up for a bit longer. It might be that the owners decide they want to ride more and therefore the share ends. I don't know, but I'm really enjoying what I have so far. It's been a long time since I rode a horse regularly, and it's been a long time since I shared as well. If you followed me for more than a year or so, or more than 2 years, I should say, then my whole channel started from a horse share. So it's really cool to be back doing that. I think I'm in a much different place this time, you know, having now had a horse of my own. I think my relationship with my share horses is a little bit different. I think it feels a little bit similar to when I go home and when I go riding my friend Ollie's horses with him. I still have that love for them. I still really enjoy it. I still, you know, treat them as if they were my own and look out for injuries and things. But there is a slight difference in the relationship. It doesn't feel like my horse, and I think that's a good thing from an emotional point of view. You know, I don't want to get too attached because, you know, it's just more emotional pain at the end of the day, isn't it? So I've been really enjoying that and sort of figuring him out. So let's get out hacking, shall we? So the first thing that struck me about Duke is obviously his size. I remember when I was first looking for a horse to buy, and I was really seduced by the idea of quite a big horse, and when I say big I mean 17 hands. And my coach kept saying, don't remember that height also means length. And it's something that I had not necessarily considered, but it's really obvious with a horse like Duke because, yes, he's very tall, but he's also very long. And so the first couple of times that I schooled him, I found that he was just such a lot of horse to keep together. And even when I'm trotting out on hacks, the way he like throws me out of the saddle because he's just so powerful is kind of really interesting and something to be getting used to. I'm not used to riding a horse who I can't get my legs all the way round. You know, if you think Woody is 16.1, so there's a significant difference in the size of the two horses, but it's really fun. And actually by the end of my ride on him today, I started to feel like I was a little bit more secure in the saddle. You know, the first time that I sat on Duke, we were in the school, and I remember cantering round and thinking, God, if he bucked now or dropped a shoulder, I'd be straight off. And I don't normally feel like that on a horse, whereas by the end of the ride today, I felt like I was secure in the saddle, if not, you know, completely the way I'd ride perhaps a horse like Woody. Duke. This way. So that was a wonderful surprise. The first time I rode Duke, we had to go through quite a few gates, and he's very good at them. I was a bit worried that I wouldn't be able to reach down to get the gate because that is how high up you are, but he's very, very good. This is one of the first trots, and as you can see, everything is just quite slow, and I'm sitting here thinking, is it slow because he's slow, or is it slow because it feels slow but actually we're moving and covering a lot of ground? So I asked my old instructor Sarah Hartley, who you've probably seen in a few videos now, back from when I had my share horse. We went cross country training with her, and then I did a video with her more recently where I showed how she approaches first time going cross country with some other riders when I wasn't riding. And that I'm hoping that she's going to help me next week with a lesson, just start to unlock him and feel a little bit more comfortable. I can get a little self-conscious and in my own head because I don't want to do the wrong thing, and with a horse like that big I just want a bit of help from the ground to see what's going on. There's no mirrors in the school, so I'm hoping she can help, which I'm really excited about.
Hey, Juke, Juke. Walk on. Right, Juke.
When I hacked Duke out for the very first time, I actually did the hack that I'm doing right now, but I did it the other way round, and I thought I would do it backwards and try and learn the route. And I got so lost. We ended up going up one road, and Duke kind of did a little nap, and I kept saying, you know, I want to walk up this road, and he was like, I'm not sure. And he did this little bunny hop and a little buck and a little rear, and they were completely innocent. It was just him being like, I don't really want to go down here. And there was a minute where I sat there and I was like, oh my goodness, it felt so big. The bunny hop felt so big being on such a big horse. But then I was like, no, it's fine. Ask him to move on. And I was confident and we carried on and it was fine. But it wasn't until I got up onto this road, which was, you know, after I'd say 45 minutes of riding, I'd gone down a couple of sort of ends that weren't right. And I looked out at that view and this general view that you're seeing now. And I was like, wow, this is incredible.
You.
My poor GoPro, she took a bit of a beating on this ride. We spent a lot of it ducking down for the branches, but it made me realise just how much I'd missed hacking. I thought I would miss the schooling more, but I think there's something about it being a change of seasons in the UK. You know, the temperatures are dropping, but they're not uncomfortably cold. Some of the trees are going golden. It's just, and this is also a brand new area for me, so there's a bit of exploring and kind of being back on my childhood Connemara lone pony and going out for hours and hours. There's an element of that to this, which is very sweet.
Right. Right, Duke. Homeward bound. Forward. Good boy. Okay. Duke, back, back. Duke. Oh no, wrong side. That's it. Oi. And. Good boy. Good boy. Stand. 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 No, that's not close enough. Sit. Stand. Stand, Duke. Stand up. Good boy. Little trot. So that is Duke. I missed out the end of that yard because actually his owners were on the yard, so we were having a chat. But yeah, that was our first ride together. Next week we'll have our first lesson with my old instructor, Sarah Hartley. And then next Friday, I've actually been invited to Horse of the Year show by Audevard, who are my supplement sponsor. So I will be showcasing that as well. But yes, you'll be seeing a bit more of Duke over the autumn and winter on my channel. I hope you enjoyed this week's episode, and we'll see you soon. I think I ought to turn him out before he turns himself out. Should we go? Bye bye, Duke.